I tried to send a short video to you two, but it wouldn't take it, so I thought, or a short picture, it wouldn't take it, so I thought maybe I'll send a short video. So here's the video with my sign, and here I'll sit down. Here I have a red piston, a red piston, a red piston, a red piston, a red piston. Here, these things are like high pressure coming around. I have two high pressures coming around. Here I have a thing where there's a thing where the pressure gets through, where the pressure, there's open here, and let me see, it's open here. So, I have a vacuum. So when this comes up, when this piston, this red piston comes up, it creates a vacuum here. This vacuum gets around here, the vacuum gets on top of this. So there's a vacuum here. This is open to the top. So this comes up here, it's freely coming up, there's no pressure on top. It creates like a vacuum below it. This vacuum gets on top of this, so it creates a suction here. This is open at the bottom, so this gets up here. So this comes up here. It may not be open at the bottom, but this comes up here. So when this comes up here, it comes up freely. It comes up freely, and it takes the pressure off of here. When this comes up freely, it takes the pressure off of here. I opened it up at the bottom, but it comes up freely. This comes around. This vacuum comes around. There's a vacuum in here. So there's a vacuum in here. There's a vacuum in here. There's a vacuum in here. There's no pressure under here because this is open. There's a vacuum in here. There's the vacuum in here. There's no pressure on top of here. There's this pressure coming around here. Because of the vacuum in here, there's no pressure on top of here. The pressure's coming around under here. Okay, this here, there's a vacuum under here. This vacuum comes on top of this piston. This pressure that's on top of here comes around here. Now, the pressure on top of here comes around under here. It's underneath here, so there's pressure on top of here, but when this comes up, the pressure comes around here. This is open the top and open the top here. The vacuum comes around here. Okay, so there's vacuum here. Okay, the vacuum here pulls this up. The vacuum here pulls this up. So there's a vacuum here. This vacuum here pulls this up. This vacuum's pulling this up. The vacuum here pulls this up. This is pulling this up. So there's a vacuum here. The vacuum here is pulling this up, relieving the pressure off of here. So there's no pressure on top of here. There's no pressure on top of here. The pressure around here comes up under here. The pressure around here comes up under here. So there's pressure under here, but there's no pressure on top because the pressure here, the pressure on top of here. Okay, now the vacuum around here takes the pressure off of here. The vacuum around here, when this comes up, this is open here. This vacuum around here, this vacuum around here, take this up, take the pressure off of here. Now, and I'm not shaking here, and this is a bigger picture, I hope. The other one I was shaking, so this should work better. But this you can read, an attempt at perpetual motion using higher and lower hydraulic pressure. An attempt at perpetual motion using higher or lower and higher hydraulic pressure. Thank you. I'll get around here and shut it off. and it's 5 minutes